So, good evening, fellow Tcash merchants, and welcome to our session today. And today, being a Tuesday, this is our last session of the day, and it's on send money and withdraw cash. So, this comes after our first two sessions of the day. The first one was on sell faster when it is busy, the second one was on the cash sales records and statement. And if you didn't manage to get to watch this, the recordings are there on YouTube, and you can get to watch them and get to learn as we also learn this session together. That is, after this session, you can go to YouTube and get to search for other two sessions that we did in the course of the day. Thank you very much for choosing Tcash. This is where we say the digital biashara is the future of your biashara. And indeed, it is the future of your biashara because the world is headed in the digital direction. Remember, on Monday, we did three amazing sessions. And I'll just refer to the first and the second session in build up to what I want us to learn today. Yani, ku build up on what nataka tusome leo, nataka to go back kidogo to the Monday session, the first two sessions. The first session was on fixing your shop, like how you set up your shop, then you una edit hizo products, una make sure that they reflect the actual business that you do. Then we had a second session on what we refer to as making your first sale. So you're able to see that indeed you can make your first sale. And we said that there are three ways in which you can receive your money. So now I've come to today's session. Like sasa niko kwa session ya saa hii. There are three ways in which you can receive your money. The first one is when a person scans the Soko QR code, and we say that this money is now goes to your Tcash wallet directly. From their Tcash wallet to your Tcash wallet. This is when they scan the Soko QR code. We say that people can also decide to pay you using money from their M-Pesa. Like money from their M-Pesa, they can pay you with that. We said that when they pay you with this money from their M-Pesa, it comes directly to your Soko app. They can pay via M-Pesa by scanning or rather by using the USSD code. Then we said that there is also the option of cash payment. So now, the two options that I want to focus on are the option of the Soko QR code and the option of M-Pesa. When this person has paid via M-Pesa to your Tcash wallet. So now, where does this money go? If you look at what I'm sharing as my screen, you'll see that I'm on the business side of my screen. This business is called the Aura Beauty Shop. And of course, you can see that what I have there, I have Hello Emos, you're the owner of the Aura Baby Shop. And of course, the Tcash balance is appearing there. So my Tcash wallet right now has 116 shillings, and I have 3 lottery tickets. So where else can I be able to view this balance? You can come down here, down there, where you have the home order sale, there is the wallet option. So when I tap on the wallet, the Tcash that I have again shows there. So this balance is there. Like hii ni pesa, nimeuza, nikalipwa, so iko hapo kwa app. Then, how do I access this money? How do I send this money? How do I withdraw it? If by any means I would need to use it in terms of cash. So that is the session that we are on, the session about money and how now we can get to use this money that we have earned from our biasharas to do other things. That is by either sending it to friends, family, or by withdrawing it. So I'll go back to home. When I go to home, there is no way I can be able to send this money or withdraw it when I'm on the business section of the app. What does that mean? For you to send money or withdraw it, you have to move from the business section to the personal section. Okay, interesting. Sasa nitamove aje? Ukiangalia pale juu, kuna option ya business personal yenye iko in between the notification bell and the icon that has the business logo. So in between kuna business and personal. So you tap on personal. When you tap on personal, the profile switches from the business profile to the personal profile. How do you know that you're on the personal profile? Kwa personal profile, hapa chini kabisa uko na option ya scan. Kwa business profile, it was to switch to the same shop, the Aura Beauty shop. If I was to switch to the same, hapo chini kabisa, instead of having the option of scan, you have the option of sell. I'm looking at the yellow icon. So that can help you know that you exactly on your personal side or your business side. So that is personally what I look at. So I go back to the personal side because that is where you can be able to send money or withdraw it from. So on this personal side, you have a number of informations showing up on the screen. The first one is Hello Amos. You see, this one doesn't have you're the owner of the shop. No, it doesn't. Then there is the Tcash balance that is showing up there. This Tcash balance is 116. Of course, sometimes uh, when you make so many transactions, you need to refresh that so that the balance is accurate. So how do you refresh that? You just swipe the app down, like you bring the screen of the app down. So when you bring the screen of the app down, the arrowhead shows up and it is tries to refresh to get an updated balance. So the updated balance is just 116, meaning hakuna kitu nimeuza extra. Then the amount spent today. So because of the personal section, there is the part of expenditure. And this is where tulisema, a person can scan your Soko QR code na akulipe. So like huyu mtu atakuwa na spend. So atakuwa naona amespend pesa ngapi hiyo siku. For example, as a business owner, what are some of the ways I can spend in the course of the day? Maybe I have a supplier who brings me a tea and lunch in my shop, and I have another person bringing water to my shop. So these three people, I can pay them via the Tcash platform if they have it. If I pay them that way using the scan option on my phone, then the amount spent will appear there on the spent today. Then the Rotary tickets, I have three of them because of my transactions on the personal side. I have 0 bookings, so that means I've not booked for any service. So the bookings here are the bookings that you make. For example, unaweza kuwa you are a business owner, you deal for example with a beauty shop like the one I deal with. So, but you would need to do a shave, for example, or something of that sort. If you need to do a shave, then that would appear under bookings. Then you have the general, and here is where you have the orders, the refer and earn, and those are not the things that I am interested in. Nataka tukuje hapo chini kabisa. You have the option of home, shop, and then scan. Hii option ya scan yenye una scan nayo kama mtu ananunua kwako using the so-called QR code. So ukiguza scan, una scan QR code ya huyo mtu na pesa inatoka from your phone, from your Tcash wallet to their Tcash wallet directly. So I have the option of the wallet and then transfer. So the option that I want us to exploit is this one of transfer. So that is the one that I want to tap. But remember, before we go to transfer, there's also the wallet that is there. So under this wallet, you will still have your Tcash balance there, and you will see some of the activities that you have done with the app appearing there. And of course, you can see, for example, the Tcash balance is 116. I have 0 pay later activity, meaning I've not taken anything on credit from anyone. And I have a balance there of about 50 shillings, which is a transaction of about 50 shillings, which is payment that was paid to me by Best Shoes Limited. This is a shop that I sold an item for and therefore paid me a salary of that amount. So now I will come to the transfer section or the transfer option. So when you tap on the transfer option, there are 2 things that show up. Unaziona hapo, zinaapia. There is the option of send money and there is the option of withdraw cash. Okay, like which money are you sending? Una send pesa yenye iko kwa Tcash wallet yako. Okay? you're sending that money that is in your Tcash wallet. So when you press on, for example, send money, then it tells you to enter the amount that you want to send. So you can either choose from up there, maybe 50, 100, 500, 1,000, you choose. Or if the amount you want to send is not here, you just type it. For example, if you want to type 10,000, you just put 10,000. And then the next thing you do is to press on next. Then you enter the recipient phone number. So there are two options. You can type the phone number. For example, I can type mine, or instead of typing, you can go to the phone book. How do you go to the phone book? You can just tap the blue icon besides the number that I've typed near the X option. There is that blue icon that has like the phone book. So that when you tap on that, then it takes you to, of course, some of the contacts that you have, and of course you can be able to send money to them. But in this case, I would want to try and do a transaction to this phone number. Then I would press the next. So when you press the next, of course, I don't. Okay, there is an error. The name lookup failed. Please try again. So, okay, let me try again. I go to transfer. I want to send money. And I want it to be something like 50, an amount that is there available. And then I can put this other phone number. So I've put the number and then I can press on next. So once I press on next, then you can see it brings the details of the person. So the recipient is myself, of course, Amos. The network that I'm trying to send to is Safaricom. The amount is 50 shillings and the transaction fee is zero. Why is this transaction fee zero? The transaction fee is zero because the amount is below 100 shillings. Let us see what happens when the amount is above 100 shillings. I'll try the same. I'll put something, say 110, that is above 100. It's money that is there in my wallet, the Tcash wallet. So I'll put the same phone number and then I pressed on the next. You can see now that the recipient is still myself. The network is Safaricom. The amount I'm trying to, of course, send is 110, but this is attracting a transaction fee of 6 shillings. Why? Because the amount is above 100. So for any amount that is above 100, there will be a transaction fee. But for any amount that you're trying to send that is below 100, there is no transaction fee. Remember, when you're transferring this money to another Tcash wallet, the transaction fee is more convenient than when you're sending this to an external wallet, for example, the M-Pesa, which is under now the Safaricom. So I'll just cancel this because I don't actually intend to send. So that is how you can send. So how do you do it? I repeat the steps again so that it's easier to understand for everyone. Say you're on the home section and you want to send, you'd have to come down here to where you have the home shop, scan wallet, and then transfer. So you touch on the transfer, you tap on the transfer. Then under the transfer, there is the option of send money. Lazima ujue how much you want to send. For example, I want to send, say, 50 shillings. You can also pick from above the suggested, values above, or you can type your own value. So maybe I want to send 50, then I'll press on the next. Nikiguza next, kitu ingine ni namba, lazima niko najua natumia nani. For example, if I want to send to 772113640, then I press on next. Okay, the name lookup failed. I don't know why I'm unable to send to this number, but I will just confirm why. Let me try again with another different number. Transfer, send money, 50. Okay, next. Let me enter another number. Okay, let me see. Yes, of course. Again, this again brings another name, confirming the details of the person I want to send to. The network is Safaricom, the amount is 50, the transaction is zero because this amount is below 100 shillings. So I can just cancel this transaction because I don't want to proceed with it. Um, that is how you can be able to make a send. You can be able to send, for example, you can be able to send from money directly from your Tcash account to Safaricom, from Tcash account to your Telcom, other Telcom line, from your Tcash account to any other line, to a friend of yours, to their M-Pesa, to their Tcash wallet. You can be able to transfer that by sending money. For example, you may be a parent who has a child in the university and you want to send them money, and this money is in your Tcash wallet. You don't have to worry. You just need to send it directly to them. You may be there as a business person. You have a parent at home. You want to buy something for them. You can be able to send the money that way. Then there is the other thing that I wanted us to learn under this session. How can you withdraw cash? Because sometimes in our country, you find yourselves in positions where you need to use money in terms of cash. How then can I be able to withdraw the money I have in my Tcash wallet? So if I come to home, you can see that since I didn't make a withdrawal or I didn't make a send, the amount is still 116. So I want to see how can I withdraw and what is the procedure of withdrawing. So I'll still come back down there where you have the home, shop, scan, wallet, and the transfer. Transfer is actually on your bottom right-hand side. So you tap on transfer, then there is the withdraw cash. Note this, you can withdraw cash from any Tcash agent or KCB bank agent. So you can withdraw cash from those two options. You can either choose to go to a KCB bank agent or a Tcash agent. In total combined, there are more than 40,000 agents across the Republic of Kenya. So you can withdraw cash from any town, from any shopping center you are in, because there are so many agents who offer this service. So once you press on withdraw cash, of course, you have again to type the amount that you want to withdraw. So for example, say I want to withdraw 1,000. So you just type the amount, then you press on next. Once you press on next, you must know your PIN code. Lazima ujue PIN yako ni gani. So that now, if you want now to withdraw, the code, the withdraw code appears. So I'll just press my PIN and then verify. So you can see it is telling me to confirm details that I want to withdraw 1,000. So I can just generate code and the app will be able to generate the code for you. The reason as to why it is showing me the error here is because the amount I have is 126 and I'm trying to withdraw 1,000, which is way above what I have. So let us try and see. What if I wanted to withdraw 50 shillings, which is now within the limits of what I have? Itaendelea aje? Okay, so let me just go back a bit, change this withdraw amount from 1,000 to about 50, change this withdraw amount to 50. Then I press on next, and then I enter my PIN code. Once I enter my PIN code, I press on verify. I generate code. Then, of course, a code is generated. And this code is only valid for 10 minutes. So, and of course, this code is the one that you give to the agent, and the agent is able to withdraw the money for you. Remember, for you to use this service, of course, you must have done something very important that we refer to as KYC. Why is the KYC important? The KYC is important because it is a way of now identifying yourself. Because remember, there is the money laundering policies in our country. and we can't go against them. So these policies are to protect both ourselves and our country from inflow of money from everywhere, the money that has been stolen, perhaps, and such kind of things. So therefore, it is a requirement by the Central Bank of Kenya that every person dealing with cash identifies themselves via their ID number. And that is why the KYC is very important, because if you have not done KYC, you cannot be able to withdraw, neither can you be able to send. Yes, you will be able to make some sales, which will be amazing, by the way. But at the end of the day, you don't get the advantage of sending your money or withdrawing it when you need it. So you need to do your KYC. So for you to withdraw this money, you'd have to go with your ID to the KCB bank agent and show that code. You'll have to go with your ID to the Tcash agent and show that code plus your ID. Then you're given the cash. And now you have the money in your pocket. It is important for us to understand that withdrawing cash attracts a small fee, and it is also important for us to understand that sending money above 100 shillings will also attract a small fee. This fee is the fee charged by the service providers, a service fee. So therefore, it is not something new that is coming with the app. Remember, when you want to send money, even using any other network, there is some money that is deducted as service fee. So it's not something new that is coming the app. It's something that have been there even way before the app. So therefore, from this session, we have seen that indeed you have access to your money. But for you to have access to your money, you must make sure that you come to your profile and do your KYC, the know your customer. How do you do that? You'd have to come to the icon, the circular icon at the very top left hand side. Once you tap on it, then you will see your personal profile appears. The code of this profile is this one. This is the Cash code that has been given. The KYC must be completed. So you can see that my KYC is completed. That is why I am able to send. I can also be able to withdraw from any Tcash agent or from any KCB bank agent. So I get that privilege because I've completed my KYC. I would want you to also access the same by ensuring that you complete your KYC. Remember, you just need two things to do your KYC. One of the things that you need is your face and your ID. Why the two? Because for us to verify that it is actually you, we must make sure that the face we scan is related to both the front, the picture at the front of your ID and the back of the ID. So that is why the KYC, that is how the KYC is completed, and those are the requirements. So once you complete this KYC and you show it's complete, then if you have any Tcash balance here, for example, my balance of 116, you can either decide to send some money to some friends or send this money to maybe some relatives who may require the money. And you can also be able to withdraw the money just in case you need some cash. To do that, you come down there to the option of transfer, where you have the transfer option, and that is the button that you press, and then you get the option of send and withdraw cash. Remember, you must make sure that the amount you want to send is not more than the amount you have, or the amount you want to withdraw is not more than the amount that you have as your balance, because your transaction haitaenda through. So for the transaction to go through, the amount you want to send lazima ikue equivalent ama ikue actually less than the amount you have. Why less than the amount you have? Because there is a transaction fee that is charged. So kama transaction fee itakuwa charged, lazima make sure that hiyo pesa actually it is actually, I would say, not less than the amount you want to send plus the transaction fee. And of course, these transaction fee are very friendly. They are transaction fees that have been there even way before. So with your Tcash wallet, you can send money to your M-Pesa, you can send money to people with M-Pesa, you can send money to people with Tcash, you can send money on any mobile network. And that is how we are getting smart with the Tcash Soko platform. So once again, if you have any question about how you can transfer your money, how you can be able to, of course, withdraw your cash, the proceeds from your businesses, kindly let me know via the comment section. I will respond to your questions promptly as soon as I see them. This brings us to the end of our session named Send Money and Withdraw Cash. See you in the next one. Enjoy your evening. Thank you.